We are with Representative Jake Fye from the 27th District. How are you today?
Great. How about you?
I am well. This is cutoff week for fiscal committees. What does that mean?
Most bills, transportation-related bills, are a little bit different, but most bills go through both a policy committee and a fiscal committee. Fiscal committees mean the Appropriations Committee, which handles operating budget expenditures, the Finance Committee, which deals with new revenues or revenue reductions, Capital Budget, which deals with capital budget expenditures and revenues, and then Transportation, which deals with both transportation revenues and expenditures. So Policy Committee will do their work. They had their deadline as of last Friday. Our deadline is this coming Friday to deal with bills that were in our committee to be completed and from other committees that have fiscal impacts on our budget. So we would hear those to make sure that we're in line with what the expenditure ought to be, and we review the fiscal parts of the bill to make sure that we have the revenues to take care of it.
So right now, the budget committees are really busy.
Yes, they are.
And you're listening to a lot of bills.
Yeah, we had 10 bills one day this week, and that is just hearing them, not talking about making a decision. On Thursday, our plan is to do two things. One is to do final action, that is, take votes on the bills that remain in our committee that we choose to move forward. Some bills we choose not to move forward. We think they're not ready. Then we'll hold those. And then actually I'll have a public hearing on a bill related to road usage charge, a continuation of a hearing. So it's a very busy effort, and with the new virtual situation, it's difficult in terms of being able to budget your time well, because we only know, an hour before the hearing starts how many people register to testify. So it's a little bit of a challenge to make sure we get it. All things that we want to talk about and review. It's a management issue that's probably people don't realize how much time you actually have to spend on managing time within the committee.
Any specific bills in your committee right now that you are excited about?
Oh, sure. We have a bill related to taking a look at what are called secondary offenses. For instance, currently, if someone's taillight is burned out or broken, or the windshield is in disrepair, you can stop them currently. If it becomes a secondary offense, then you would have to have higher level offenses to justify stopping the vehicle. Now, it's a couple of things related to doing that. One is how police can effectively use their time, because they have to respond to accidents and more serious crimes like DUIs. And then part of it is the lessons that we've learned over time is there's certain overburdened community members are generally more likely to get picked up for those kind of offenses, and there's a disproportionality and unfairness in the fact that they are brought into the process more so than for other people. And part of the program actually is to provide some money to help people get things fixed, right? I mean, really, that's what this ought to be about. If someone's got a broken taillight, can't afford to replace it, it's reasonable that the state can get it fixed for them, or whether it's some other item that is maybe dangerous to them personally that could be taken care of by providing funds from a grant fund rather than being ticketed for it.
All right. Well, and so next week you start floor action all day, every day?
Oh, yes. We'll have our transportation bills that we'll want to push forward, and of course I'll have my personal bills. I'm not the one that's managing the flow, right, fortunately, so I will focus on the budget for the transportation biennial budget. So things will kind of switch around in terms of how I spend my time.